What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today, excellent day in the market. We caught a 100 handle play. Very hard trade to hold. Reason why I wanted to go ahead and record and talk about today, majority of FinTwit got clapped looking for the short coming into the day. And they do this. They set it up to run you, right? Long story short, here's a market structure shift. Here is a area of an imbalance, which would be essentially an ICT 22 model on a higher time frame. So why wouldn't you not look for that previous day low? And the reason for that is total time frame alignment. Okay, so we're going to talk about total time frame alignment today, and we're going to talk about today's trade. And I'm going to put a video clip of me executing, making 100 handles called out live. I'm telling you, it was a very hard to hold trade. But I'll put that clip at the back end of the video. Stay tuned and watch, and don't forget to like and subscribe. But going to the weekly chart, we're going to take it up a little bit higher here, okay? Ignore these two lines here. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. And this is a live stream environment, so this isn't just a YouTube video. It is primarily a live stream. But the way I was looking at this order block here, looking at the weekly chart, this high here is your external range for me. So for me, I'd be looking for price to dip into the order block and go higher, okay? Taking it down to a daily chart, total time frame alignment, you do have the market structure shift. So this puts me in a bit of conflict, but I want to confirm that by looking at what time frame? The 1 hour chart. Looking at the 1 hour chart, again, overlaying everything that we have here. Again, I'm going to take off the weekly order block here because we know that's there. I don't want to clutter up the screen too much here. But looking here, what do we have here, right? You have the hour chart breaking and shifting structure here, right? So now, theoretically, we are now on the quote-unquote buy side of the curve, right? So on that buy side of the curve, the 1 hour chart, if the daily chart is bearish, but the 1 hour chart is bullish, I want to take trades in alignment if I'm a day trader, meaning that I'm not going to be in this more than an hour, 2 hours, primarily 5 to 30 minutes. If that's you, you want to be in alignment with the 1 hour time frame. Now, when the daily's bearish and the 1 hour's bearish, when those two time frames are aligned together, those are your high probability days for lower time frame T.R.I.L model trades in the direction of those two time frames. But when they're conflicting like this, I want to make sure that I take trades in series of events in the alignment of that time frame, of the 1 hour in this case for me. So looking at this 1 hour chart, not only am I bullish, I got a clear area of sell side, I got an hourly imbalance, and I have an area of buy side here, okay? So what would make me want to go short? Depends on how the market opens. If the market opens and does not take out this low, but goes higher into this buy side, inside of this PD array, and gives me a breaker, right? I'm looking for a T.R.I.L breaker, not a T.R.I.L.F.I.F.E.G, but I'm looking for the breaker. Why the breaker? The breaker gives me the market structure shift against that hour time frame, okay? Then I'm looking for that back into sell side, okay? That's the only way today I'm looking to go short. My primary objective, my primary plan that I would like to see happen is price run that low into this 1 hour BISI, and then we get a reversal, maybe in a 20 to 40 macro, or maybe into a 50 to 10 macro. So again, we're going to go down to a lower time frame again on a 15-minute chart. This is that same 1 hour range, and it's a very clear range, right? Very clear high and very clear low. When we get this type of area, I'm looking at macros all day to determine if I'm going to get inside trades. Now, we'll go ahead and review it step by step, process by process. This is very early. This is saying 3:15 p.m. Oh, no, this is not. We got to hit replay mode. I had it on replay mode. I do apologize. But when you go from time frame to time frame like I'm doing, replay mode tends to disappear. So we're gonna go to 9:15 a.m. We're gonna drop it down to a 1 minute time frame. Again, this high, this low. We'll zoom back in here. All right, mark off your macros. And again, if you don't know about macros, be sure to follow my page. Highly used concept put out by ICT. This is the 30 to 40. What do we call this macro? Opening drive macro. And here's the 50 to 10. 50, and then we're going to throw in more at 10. So mark up your macros. All right, cool. So for me, this is going to be the range I want to see before I enact any big plays, okay? But if you look at it, This is not relative equal highs here, but this collection of highs, that's liquidity for me, okay? And the fact that we put in this type of low, that's also liquidity for me, okay? So let's see, this is our current internal range inside of our external range. So let's see how price acts. So we take one side. There's a term I like to say, don't diddle in the middle. And no rate, no trade. They should be self-explanatory if you follow me by now. Okay, so price, here's market open. Market pumps. Does not take out the high. There we go. We get that high. And again, I'm looking for a move higher. Okay, but we're running buy side. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. How many people here took a long here thinking it's going to go higher? I'm flat. I ain't do nothing. You can ask my team. So far for me, this is chop action. All right. Let's go chop. All right. Out of the first macro. Out of the first macro, we took buy side. I would assume because we took this buy side, this area here, that price would at least go down to this area there. Right. It runs one side of the range. It should go to the other side of the range. That being said, you also have an inversion, a potential inversion right here. Let's label that right. IFEG. So let's see what we do. There's a touch of it. Let's see if it gets it below, above. All right. That closes it. All right. So if you retest this gap, you can get short. Why can you get short? Because two things. One, we pull buy side here. And we were expecting, because we're bullish, price to run that 513 low. What's the purpose of the 513 low? This is the bigger range that we're talking about. This low, that high. Don't forget the 1 hour chart's in the uptrend, right? So for me, if you're advanced, if price retouches this at all, especially inside the macro, you can take that short. Those are for my traders that are part of my mentorship that are in what we call the execution phase of their process. If you're not in execution and you're in foundations, I'd rather you wait for the plan to enact. So let's see if price touches this blue box at all, get short. You could have got short there. I would have been short. I didn't take the trade, but we should be looking to go lower here. Let's see. If you took it as soon as you got into the box, stop at the other candle, and then you could target down here. So let's see if that works. This would be an A+ trade, right? Why did I not enact in it? Why did I not execute it in live in real time? Because I traded a specific rule set. I needed that to happen in the macro. It didn't happen in the macro, so I sat it out. I called it out, but I didn't trade it. So here we go. So you would have got some handles here, right? You took out these lows here, didn't take out this low. And then with risk management, you should have, this is up over 40 points. You should have moved the stop to break even and took a small scale at target 1. So you would have had a trade that made you money, but this wouldn't have been a trade that you would have went home to your mom and said, hey, I just killed it, right? So let's see from here. What do we do? Again, have not executed. Here's the macro, by the way. Taking this low. This could be another potential short. Why am I leaning short? Because I'm bullish on the day. And I know in order for a price to run, I need that low. So what price does, closes below, gives you a retouch. You can re-enter short here inside the macro. Let's see if we get the move down lower. Boom, target. Do you see how much more powerful it is to execute in the macro? It's extremely powerful to wait for the macros and be more disciplined and wait for these things to align. Now, we've already taken my sell side. We tapped it. Let me see if it bounced out of it. Now we're in the PD array. So for me, my eyes immediately go to the next macro. Current time 10:10. Next macro is going to be 10:20, right? So we're going to mark this off as the 20 to 40 macro. telling you all you need to do is trade T.R.I.L. That's it. Trade my system, trade my model, and you'll take your trading to a whole different level. Okay, I'm just cleaning up the chart here in the background. All right, and we know we've taken sell side, right? Sell side's been taken here, so I'm just going to delete it because again, I'm explaining a lot of things as I'm rolling. So therefore, I want to keep it. I want to keep it clean. Okay, so you got top of this range here. Sell side been taken. I'm looking up. All right, see what we can get. All right, so you see these 3 gaps here? They become inversion gaps. $20.40 macro coming up. Clear draw of liquidity, which is at 675. So let's see. Now, with T.R.I.L, the only exception to trade outside the macro is if the obvious area of liquidity, all right, which is here, which is this low, is taken. That's taken, and then we immediately inverse. What doesn't matter the time price is going to go. Okay, so this was one of those situations. Here's your close above. Here's our entry. That's my entry. In fact, I got long right there, and you'll see in the next part of the video here. What do you have going for it? Sweep of liquidity, higher time frame trend, PD array below, inversion fair value gap plus retest. Obvious draw of liquidity higher. Sorry, I put the wrong position size up. Any close below the box gets me out. This is a 3-to-1 RR. 3-to-1 R. So let's see what happens. That got a lot of people shook up, but again, we know what we're doing. We know what we're looking for. And here comes the move. Just like I said before, was a very, very long and difficult hold today. But big shout outs to the team. We held this bad boy all the way up there. Boom. That's it. And a lot of this could be attributed, a lot of the chop could be attributed to for the week, but price still is delivering. That's what people on Twitter like saying it's choppy, blah, blah, blah. It is kind of choppy, but price is still delivering. So there's still opportunity for you to make money if you can use the time frame alignment and use the edge of liquidity and put all that together in the T.R.I.L framework, which you can find on my YouTube channel. You can find the nuts and bolts of this system for free on my YouTube channel, but you won't have access to mentorship. Is what most people need. But besides that, that's it. Stay tuned. Right after this, you're going to see a video of me doing this live in front of a bunch of people.